Donald Trump is suing his own government for $10 billion. And he is going to direct his government to settle with himself, to pay himself the $10 billion. And he is now telling you he's going to give that money to charity. You believe that bullshit? You believe that bullshit? This is a guy who has done nothing but harm his own government ever since he first got elected president. He's the only sitting president in American history to ever be impeached twice. He's the only sitting president in American history to ever attempt to overthrow his own government, to install himself as a dictator over the will of the people. You honestly believe this bullshit, that he's going to give that $10 billion to charity?
There's a new lawsuit by you and your family that you're suing the IRS for $10.5 billion for leaking your tax documents. Is this a good use of taxpayer money?
You can't leak documents. And any money that I win, I'll give it to charity, 100% to charities. Charities that will be approved by government or whatever. I have another lawsuit with the United States. I sued because they broke into Mar-a-Lago.
But that's taxpayer money. It's going to get taken out of the system. I know it's going to charity, you're going to say. How would this work, though? Scott Bessent's the head of the IRS. Pam Bondi's the head of the Justice Department. They're going to defend the IRS against you. You're their boss.
Well, there's never been anything like it, in all fairness.
So are you going to tell them to pay you?
Don't forget, I sued as a private citizen because I sued between terms. I won 3 times. I won 3 times, but I didn't assume, unfortunately for this country, I didn't assume office the second. But here's the story. I sued because they broke into Mar-a-Lago. That was before I became president. Now it goes along, and it turned out that the suit is a very strong suit.
You're going to tell them to pay you, though? You're the boss.
Well, what I would do, tell them to pay me, but I'll give 100% of the money to charity. I don't want any of the money.
You take it out of the system. A couple more questions here.
No, I'm putting it back into the system.
Yeah.
If I give money to American Cancer Society, I will give 100% of the money away to charity. I don't want any of it.
$30 trillion debt, and we're going to take $10 billion out of the system?
Well, I mean, you give it away anyway. They give away a lot of money.
He's going to take $10 billion of our money and walk off into the sunset eventually. Well, I don't think he's actually going to. His family will. His kids will. I don't think he's going to survive out the presidency. But he wants 10. He is the only president willing to do this. He's willing to take $10 billion of taxpayer funds. Even if he does give it to charity, it still harms us as a taxpayer. I hope the judges side in favor. You'll never hear me say this. I hope the judges side in favor of the IRS, and that is if, or the IRS, yeah, the IRS. That is if Bessent and Pam Bondi even have the balls to defend their agencies against this bullshit, or if they just do what Trump tells them to do and settle with him for the $10 billion. He is going to milk this fucking country dry.